Vapers. Here to bring you a review on the current products, which is going to be for today the Evic Vt, along with the tank, which not many people know about, but it's a new company, fairly new. It's called the Crown by the company Uwell. Both of these products are from my personal collection, so I have been using these for about 2 or 3 weeks now, so I have had some time to use them and test them, see how well they compare to others. So pretty much I'll be giving you guys an honest review and let you know exactly how I feel about each one. Alright, so hope you guys stay tuned and hope you guys enjoy the review. See you guys in a minute. Guys, so bringing the Evic Vt. Pretty nice box. Some of the info in the back. Evic Vt, USB cable, Evic Vt skin, and the manual and warranty card. Mine came in a cool black, and that's pretty much that comes in this. So let's open up the box, and it's upside down, but there it is. Joy Tech, and it's got a nice little Evic Vt logo there. The actual body goes on a raised level up here and it tapers down, which I think is pretty nice. Feels comfortable in the hand. Charging port cable. This takes about 6 hours to charge, so one thing I don't like, but it does last me all day. But I would prefer that it would have charged at least a little bit shorter, maybe 4 hours or something like that, but usually I just leave it charged overnight. You got your 510 connection, spring loaded, and this is your toggle switch, right and left, model number, and you have your power button and the menu screen. Menu screen is really nice and big, straightforward. So we'll go over a little bit of how it works in a minute. Let's see what comes inside. Now this model comes with only the mod, not with the tank. So this one is not going to have the tank with it. So you get your user manual. I recommend to go through this. It has a lot of great information. A lot of great information regarding how to work it properly, how to set up all the different menu functions, because it is kind of tricky, but it's not the most difficult thing in the world. So that's that. Got your Evic Vt skin. Kind of flimsy in my opinion, but it does its job. Just wish it was a little bit thicker, a little more strong, not so loose, but it's alright. You got your USB cable. Kind of bummed out because the only mod box will just have the cable, not the block, which I thought was kind of dumb, but that's how it is, so that's just what it is. Got your warranty card, authenticity, and that's pretty much it. Got a nice little racing stripe. I think that was funny. With the mod, to go over this as simply and as fast as I can, I will show you all the different modes, all the different ways to get through the menu system. So, beginner, pretty standard, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clicks, click it off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's on, just like that. I like that it doesn't go through menu screens, just really quick. To navigate the menu, you have to understand that this goes right, this goes left, pretty standard. That goes right up, left, back. From 1 watt to 60 watts, I won't be going through that since it's pretty much pointless. But you click 3 times, and then your indicator will start blinking. So when you go to the right, you will switch to your next setting, which will be nickel. Switch one more time, and you're in titanium mode. To go through the different settings, only in temperature sensor, so nickel and titanium, you'll be able to go through each one. So you click 3 times, and you click to the left, and that'll bring you to your next section, which will let you regulate power. and it starts from 30 all the way to 60 watts. And you click one more time, that'll bring you to your atomizer section, and that will allow you to actually lock your resistance, which it won't let me because it doesn't register anything, so that's why that happens. Then you have your battery section, which you turn to the right, and that'll give you your puff count, and the next one will give you your time. So like I said, pretty straightforward, pretty simple to work. So like I said, temperature sensor, you will be able to use all of them, but when it comes to power, you can only use battery and power. Alright, now different settings and different functions would be key lock, which you press the power button and you press to the right with a toggle switch, and that'll key lock, and then it'll unlock. So press the power button, press to the right, and it locks the keys. That way you can't do anything with the toggle switch. And if you want to put it in stealth mode, do the same thing with the power button, but you press to the left. And that'll put you in stealth mode. And it'll power up right now because it doesn't have anything registering, but once you have something on the mod, for example, the crown, it'll switch off. So to take it off, to the left, switch mode is off, and key lock is off. So pretty straightforward, not much to it. It's a pretty simple one. Really good for people who just wants to be on the go and have something really small. Alright, let's back out. Okay, so here's the Uwell Crown. Never really even heard of this one, but it was really highly recommended. And I can now see why. It has little pictures in here. I have no idea, probably just to show that it's equally to stainless steel grade materials, food grade. So take this off. And my box came a little cracked, but really that's fine. That's not their fault, it's just shipping. It's the way it goes. Got some information in the back. You can pause and read that if you want. Alright, got a couple of information. So Uwell Crown tank, 3-piece of the interchangeable coils. So one thing I forgot to mention is this will actually only come with 3 coils pre-packaged of whatever the coil is on the labeling. So this one came in the 0.5 coils, so you got 1, 2, 3, 0.5 coils. Thought that was really nice. So if you do order the 0.25 coils, and you have 3 of those, single coils, same thing, and then they will be having the temperature control coils, which I'm really excited to order, but that's going to be for that. So onto the tank. Comes with 3 coils, obviously one I've already used, and then I've got the second one in there. Comes with the replacement quartz tank, not Pyrex. Doesn't really do much for flavor or anything. I probably would have preferred to do Pyrex because I believe Pyrex is a little bit thicker, not as susceptible to breaking, but I've had no problems with it. Once you take off the packaging, you got replacement O-rings and some tips for top filling. Then you got this little bag of salt, sugar, I don't know what it is. And then you got your manual. Show the coils. Coils, it surprises me because they're so small. Look at that. Much smaller than Arctic coils or any other coil you can find out right now. Probably not smaller than the Zephyrus, but it is super small. And these are rated at 0.5 coil is rated to 60 to 80, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I probably am. But I will be putting up on the description what they are. Really nice. Have not had any problem with wicking or bad taste and flavor. It's using Japanese cotton, so that's a really good plus. You have your replacement, and you have your tank. Be a little dirty, has some juice in there. Been using it for a couple of weeks now. So it is a little bit dirty and beaten up, but I'll wash it and give you guys a close up on all the parts. Get your drip tip pretty wide. This is just a close up on it. Alright guys, so we're back and we've got this Uwell Crown all torn down to its core. Alright, so we've got our top. This screws onto the bottom, on the top one, which would be actually this one. Then you've got your top piece, which actually, yeah, there we go. That screws onto this. This screws onto the bottom, and then you've got your bottom portion that will carry your coil. So this screws onto this portion like so. Then this goes into that area. And this part is going to catch onto the threading that is right in there. And it has a little O-ring in there in between. And you close it like so. So there. That's that portion already assembled. So then you grab your bottom portion. It's got the logo Uwell Crown. 510 comes out just a little bit, but I would not recommend putting any kind of tank, even less with this one because it's so short. It could cause a short if you try to put it on any kind of what's it called? Hybrid mods. So no on hybrid mods. So then what you do is you screw in your coil. Threading on this is alright. Pretty standard. Then you grab your top part. Sorry, I can't talk shit. So you grab your top part, which I really like that it has this kind of ribbed knurling type rings on the top and on the bottom, so it makes it really easy to grip it. And you just screw on that part and you're good to go. At that point you'll just keep moving the airflow ring. So with the airflow you get your most open section, and you've got the same thing on the both sides, and you can click it to the left or to the right, and that'll be section 1. It'll close it off a little bit, one more, close off a little bit more, and then your most shut off airflow setting, and then you can completely close it off. Alright, sorry, it's got a bunch of water on it. Alright, so that's the airflow. Top fill portion, I like it a lot. Again, really easy to take this off. And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 holes, which is really easy to fill this thing. Got a lot of space. And all you do is just add your drip tip, and then you vape. And that's the Uwell Crown. Alright guys, so we're back up top. Show you a little bit and share a little bit with my thoughts and feelings with this mod and the tank. So with the mod, as far as my experiences have gone, the way I like to vape and what I like to use day to day, it's really good because it's portable. And the battery has lasted me fairly enough by using just the tank. Now granted, I use this tank at 60 watts all the time, so I'm maxing out the wattage on the actual mod. So I think that's a little bit of a con personally for me, because I don't like to be restricted. I want to be able to throw on a dripper and then throw on a tank on it if I want to. So that's just one little thing, but for a lot of people, this is a great device if you want to just have something to have on the go that will last you a long time. One other thing that I did not like is the button. The button, it plays around a lot. So if you shake it, you can hear it move. And when you flick it, it has a lot of playroom. It bugs me a lot when I press it, to the point where I do get annoyed by it sometimes, but it's not that bad. It doesn't deter away from the actual quality of the vape. But going on to that, firing them on, it does have a slight delay. Something that I don't like. I like it, right away, which is the M-Class that does it, the powerful settings, the multiple settings that it has. It's really great to be able to play with those, but unfortunately with this, it's set and it has that little delay. So then it goes 1, 2. So that's like about a second and a half delay. That to me I don't like. What else do I like? The button, actually. I've had a couple of occasions where I have it in my pocket and I have something as simple as a pen, and I bend over or I do something and it fires that button. I think that's a big flaw. Might be something on my personal end, but I've had multiple devices before and I've never ever had that problem. And part of it that I think is it's kind of easy to push the button, and also it protrudes a little bit more than it should from the mod. But that's just me. But things that I do like, I like the look of it, I like the feel of it. It's nice and heavy. It's not as heavy as other mods, but for the size of it, it's very heavy. So it gives a little bit of a quality feel when you're using it. I like the size. The size is really freaking small, and it gives a great vape, and it vapes for a long time. 5,000 milliamp. It's not technically 5,000 milliamp. It's rated a little bit lower, but it does last me, like I said, a full day and a half. If I'm using a little bit less wattage, I can take it on for a day and a half. But yeah, it's a great thing to use. Now with the Uwell tank, I will say it's not the best looking tank by any means. I mean, it looks kind of rough, it's kind of rugged. Drip tip I don't like, but I just use my favorite drip tip, which is actually either this, the plume veil one that comes with the plume veils, or I have another one which is a rounded out nipple drip tip, which I love. But either one works on it. I love using this one. But besides that, the actual vape quality of this tank has been consistent every single time. So no dry hits. I haven't gotten a dry hit yet in the past 2 weeks that I have been using it, which is a big plus. I have had problems with, let's say, sub-tanks. Sub-tank minis, I always had problems with it getting dry hits. LiPo 2s also, given those are rebuildable decks, and sub-tank actually from the coils that they use, I had some problem with that. Atlantis 1s, those are a couple that I would mention. I have some problems with actually getting some dry hits or getting a different type of flavor when you first use the coil. This one, you pop the coil in, and that's the type of vape that you get throughout the whole experience, which I think is awesome. Also, the fact that they are so small, I'm not sure if it helps it, but I mean, from the quality that you get from it, it tastes very good. Sorry. Another thing I can say is, I'm not sure if it's a big plus, but actually having these two sections here being so raised from the glass, when you drop it, it actually falls on those knurlings instead of falling on the glass. So that's pretty good, because if it does fall, and it has fallen, it has tipped over, it happens. I haven't had any problem with it breaking, shattering, cracking, or scratching just as much as the knurling drip tip or the knurling rings. But overall, it's been a great, satisfying vape. Airflow is another one. I mean, those holes are freaking massive, and even though it has only two, the holes from the coil are really huge. So it's almost comparable to an RDA, like a plume veil, which is kind of my preference. And it's even a little bit more once you have it all the way out, all the way open. But my favorite is to keep it about there, which is 2 clicks to the left. And it's nice, it's not tight, but it's not loose. It's kind of like right in that perfect section for me. You can have it a little bit tighter, which will give you kind of like, I would say a limo 2 type draw from it. It's definitely not a lung hit, but it's more of a restricted lung hit. Cloud production. It's pretty good. So overall, I would have to say this is a great setup if you want to be on the go and also subohming. It's up there with the Heracles, it's up there with the Arctic, it's up there with the Star. I would even go as long as say it's better than the Arctic by far. So that's my take on it. These are my opinions. Right now I'm vaping on some, if you guys are wondering, I was vaping on some lemon meringue. Super freaking good. If you guys know me personally, I love custards. I'm all about custards, and it's really hard to find a good custard, but that lemon meringue is pretty good. The lemon is nice and subtle, but it gives out at the end. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any thoughts or comments or suggestions, just go ahead and feel free. We do have the group active. I'm very appreciative of everybody that has been giving input. I'm glad of the love and the respect that we've been getting. And as always, we do everything just to help you guys out. As far as everything's going, we have giveaways going, which have been stalled a little bit, but we will be getting back into it. It's been a lot of work with everybody. We all have our personal lives, but we try as much as we can to accommodate and to get back to what we're trying to do with the group. This is a big step for us as far as the YouTube reviews, so we appreciate the support and the love that we will receive, and I know we'll receive from you guys. So with that, I want to say goodbye to you guys, but I will see you guys soon with another review, and I hope you guys vape good, live well.